Hey guys, if you want to see yourself in a rebuild plus tons of extra content, support me on Patreon. Link in the description.
Jimmy G got paid, Max. Stay on task here. Is he worthy of this contract? You just heard it.
Look, is he worthy? We're going to find out. But would I have given it to him? Yep.
I'm going to go with a team that I've already crowned as Super Bowl champions 5 times, and I've already given out a gold jacket for one Jimmy Garoppolo, and that's who it is. The 49ers, to me, are the team that went, 6-10, but I still think they can make a run to the conference championship.
What's going on, everybody? C4 here, and welcome to the newest episode of the Realistic Rebuilds, where we'll be taking a look at the San Francisco 49ers, a very popular rebuild for Madden 18. I asked you guys what rebuild you wanted to see next for Madden 19, and it was really close between the Niners and the Bears, so Bears fans, that rebuild will be coming, maybe not the next one, but within the next couple of rebuilds, the Bears will be happening. But today we're taking a look at the San Francisco 49ers, a team that has a mass amount of hype this offseason. You hear people on NFL.com, NFL Network, ESPN saying, hey, watch the Niners, man. They're going to go in the NFC Championship game. I'm like, whoa, hold your horses. They still got to go against the Rams. You still got the Seahawks, who are going to be all right, even though they're going to be drastically different. They still have Russell Wilson. And you got a Cardinal team that's going to be better than what they were last year. So they got the work cut out for them. I think they're slightly overhyped, but they're still going to be a very interesting team and should be a good team to rebuild. So we got, obviously, the face of the franchise now, Jimmy Garoppolo as starting quarterback, 26 years old, in his prime. It's going to be interesting to see how well he plays, though, because Madden 18 did not sim particularly well. They signed McKinnon from the Minnesota Vikings, 26, so he's in his prime. He's a scheme fit as well. I could see him getting up into the 90s. We have Pierre Garçon will be our starting slot wide receiver, but he is 32. Good news is we have his immediate replacement, I think, here in Trent Taylor at the slot spot. We got Marquise Goodwin, who'll go on the outside. He's 27. We got second round draft pick, Dante Pettis from Washington. He'll be our other primary starting outside wide receiver. George Kittle, scheme fit in his prime at 24. He can probably develop into an 85. Only thing that kind of sucks right now for the offensive line is we have no scheme fits, but we do have some youth. Mike McGlinchey, the first round pick. Richburg, who they signed over from the Giants. And you got Joe Staley, who's a good staple until we can find his replacement. Interior outside of that's not particularly strong, but it is what it is. We're going to be running the vertical zone run scheme, which we are 88% scheme fit. Defensively, sticking in a base 4-3. That's the one thing that kind of sucks about this D-line, is that D-line was built to be a 3-4 front. Buckner is a franchise player, 86 overall, and he's 24. I think if he does not perform well in the sim, I might move Solomon Thomas actually into the D-tackle spot where he played at Stanford. We got Richard Sherman, the big name, the big acquisition this year. Richard Sherman coming over from the Seattle Seahawks. He is obviously old. He's 29, but hopefully by that time he starts to really regress. Witherspoon's going to be in the 80s and someone else can step it up. We're definitely going to target that position in the draft and free agency. Safety pairings, not bad. Tart, 83, is 26 in his prime. We got Colbert here, 76, but he's 24. Just coming off his rookie season, so that's going to be nice. Linebacking core is not so hot outside of Reuben Foster, who is 87. He's 24. I firmly believe we can get him to a 99. And that is a preview of our roster, man. This is going to be an interesting rebuild. I don't think there's anyone really we could throw up on the trade block to try to get some value for. Running backs just don't do anything. I'm not going to lie, kind of want to get out of the Kyle Juszczyk. We should have mentioned Juszczyk because he is like the best fullback in game. I don't know. I don't really see Shanahan really using a fullback in Madden sim anyways. But yeah, there's no one here that really, maybe we could throw up Jimmy Ward. See if anyone wants some Jimmy Ward action. Let me know. Hit me back just a chat. Truly yours. It's your GM at C4. All right, let's get into the first year with the 49ers. See what we can do. All right, so I'm going to try and trade a little bit more here in Madden 19 than I did in 18 because trades do happen in real life. And, it's a realistic rebuild. So we got to try to make the trades as realistic as possible. Now, I don't think there's any way, shape, or form that Des King, already after one pretty good year as a rookie, would find his way on the trade block from the Chargers. However, we gave them back Corey Toomer. They desperately need a middle linebacker. Again, I don't think that would happen. But Kyle Juszczyk, they had fullback as one of their primary needs. Kyle Juszczyk is the best fullback in the game. So it's not like we're fleecing them with we're giving them just a crappy depth guy, and then like a low pick. 4th round pick, I think what was Des King? Des King was like a 3rd, 4th round pick. They got Juszczyk, the best fullback in the game. We gave up something that I don't think we're going to use whatsoever in the sim. I don't think Juszczyk was going to get any stats, but that was like the 3rd priority for the Chargers was to bring in a fullback. So if that's the direction they want to go, there you go. We'll give you Juszczyk. You give us Des King. Good trade all around. So our season goal here for the Niners. When was the last time they were 500? Like back with Harbaugh? We'll go 9 wins. For the amount of height that they're getting, I think, I've talked to my Niner buddies. They said they want 9 wins minimum. So that's what we're going to commit for our goal. That's not too outrageous. Their schedule is not that difficult. So 9 wins, maybe a fringe wildcard team. I think that's a great starting point. All right, we're here week 8. Of course, looks like Shanahan's doing, the Miami Dolphins offensive line coaches kind of boardroom activity there. With the either way, he should be, because we're 2-4-1. That is not a good record. That is not where I expected this team to be. And I'm not gonna lie, as I've been simming, not a lot of these guys are developing. And yet again, I do not have a run game. We have a scheme fit. Offensive line is not horrendous, and still no one is getting anything in terms of run game going. Rams are 6-0-1. I guess everyone else in the NFC West kind of sucks, so we don't suck any more than anyone else in the division. But yeah, man, it's not looking so hot. So far, here's our short list of players scouted. It looks like we're gonna have a probably top 10 pick this year, and because see how they're all red is because I modified a couple players that I had errors on. Like I'll show you. I had modified. Oh, they didn't even change it. A guard. I had a guard that was a white guy. He's actually a black guy in real life. Someone told me to change that. This is my first chance of doing that. So that's why when you go in and edit it, it's gonna give you everyone is a bust. So, but looking at it, man, Benny Snell, I do want to power back. A nice little compliment there for Jerick McKinnon. He's 224. Wide receiver could be a great need for us long term. So in Keel Harry, AJ Brown, Amon Richards, Stanley Morgan, David Sills. Those guys could fill that void. Finding maybe Joe Staley's replacement here, Trey Adams. I believe we had Trey Adams in the Browns rebuild. You got Max Sharping from Northern Illinois, David Edwards. We get interior, Nate Herbig, Ben Powers. And then we just got, just going free balling on the D-line. If we can get Ed Oliver, I'm going to bring in Ed Oliver. Christian Wilkins, Jeffrey Simmons, all those guys, legitimate first-round talents at D-tackle. And now I'm just going to pretty much continue scouting on the back end and more so trying to get maybe a stud corner that could be potentially Richard Sherman's replacement long term. So looking at in-house free agency signings, we have our top ones. Our special teams unit is always pretty good when that's kind of what you're dealing with. I don't think there's anyone else I really care about re-signing. Like maybe Sheldon Day. He's 24-73, but I don't expect them to really develop too much or become a focal point of our defense. So, I mean, I'm not spending that kind of money on special teamers. Okay, we're gonna be good. We're gonna have a bunch of money to make a big splash in free agency if there's a juicy guy available. The end of year number 1 was not successful. Week 17, a 42-7 loss against the Rams. Kind of tells you everything that you need to know. Our offense, to be honest with you, like outside of Dante Pettis, who got +4 throughout the season, I don't think I got a single bonus or upgrade for Jerick McKinnon. I got 1 for Garoppolo, 1 for Goodwin. I think you got a couple for Kittle, 1 for McGlinchey. Like the lack of scheme fits on the offense, and there's just no way right now. I've tried every single scheme to get anything on the offense going. Kind of sucks, to be honest, but defensively, we got a couple studs here, man. We've made Eric Armstead and I think Solomon Thomas both scheme fits by upgrading them, so that is awesome. Armstead is currently sitting at 84. Buckner's an 88. Des King got a couple upgrades. Reuben Foster's now a 91. Fred Warner made him a starter at left outside linebacker. He's got a couple pluses. Colbert got like +3, +4 actually. He was a 76. So defensively speaking, we're kind of getting back to the Harbaugh era 49ers where there was defensive first, but I'm a little bit disappointed with how everything developed on the offensive line. We finished with a 7-8-1 record. Our goal was 9 wins, so we probably got a little bit of heat from the board on that one, but I think okay, let's act like the ties aren't that outrageous, and the Niners went 8-8 this upcoming year. I know there's going to be some people that would consider that a failure, but as a non-bias looking from the outside, I think 8-8 for the Niners, considering where they've been the last couple of years, that's not a bad season at all. Jimmy Garoppolo on the year, 3,600 passing yards, 24 TDs to 11 picks. Again, looks like we might have another year of Jimmy G not being good in the sim, maybe. I mean, the offensive line's not great. Wide receivers, tight ends are a work in progress, but that's not that hot. You do not expect that out of a, $130 million quarterback. Running the ball still continues to be absolutely non-existent in the sim. 900 yards, 4 TDs from McKinnon, 209 from Breida. I mean, the touchdowns and the combination, that's not terrible, but the yards are not acceptable. Pierre Garçon in the slot, 73 catches, 1,100 yards, 10 TDs. Goodwin had 803, 470 and 3 from Kittle, 402 from McKinnon. Taylor had a nice little production there. Dante Pettis did nothing. He's pretty much only used on special teams. On the defensive side, 159 tackles, 3.5 sacks from Reuben Foster, 118 from Colbert, 107, and an interception from Jaquiski Tart. We got 15 sacks from Eric Armstead. That's outrageous. And 11 tackles for loss, 23 tackles for loss, 12.5 sacks from Buckner, 8.5 sacks here from Solomon Thomas. So this defensive line is slowly starting to look pretty dang scary. Richard Sherman got 2 picks. Desmond King, our trade target, got 2 picks. And Jaquiski Tart with 1, so the turnovers could be a little bit better. But, you know, I guarantee most of you, myself included, thought we'd be impressed with the offense, a little bit worried about the defense. But it was actually the defense that came through and was really productive for our team. Yearly awards, Aaron Rodgers won the MVP. You're probably not going to see a whole lot of Niners make this list, to be honest with you. Defensive player of the year. Hey, Reuben Foster coming in at number 3. Offensive rookie of the year went to Saquon Barkley. Defensive rookie of the year went to Roquan Smith with, Fred Warner coming in at number 5. Most 49er fans would take that IRL. But, oh no, let's just put it in. Put the, I don't know. I mean, I just have a gut feeling right now that this is not going to work out. Let's try our best to make that feeling go away. Let's get into the offseason where we didn't have to sign any of our in-house free agents, so we could splurge. And I've seen, sometimes I've seen a Jalen Ramsey. I've seen some surprise cuts. Maybe not year 1, but year 1, year 2, I've seen some surprising things. Yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing here for us. That sucks. All right, we're here at draft time because this is I have the 2019 draft fully completed. I'm going to show you it. And actually in this rebuild next year, I'm actually going to start working on my 2020 class. So sooner than later, you'll get 2 full draft class experiences here on the channel. So we are picking at pick 13. We have a lot of guys. I honestly, I was really worried about Madden 19 because they didn't have the draft class randomizer. I was like, oh, great. I'm going to know all the overalls. I know a couple, off the top of my head. I know a couple guys that are maybe 2nd, 3rd round that have generous ratings. For the most part, though, I forget. And definitely doesn't help knowing that because I slightly modified 2 players that I'm not even going to draft, that all these guys, I have no projections for them. So when you look at our team, Clellan Farrell at this point, I think we saw Rashawn Gary, defensive ends. Those could be some great moves. But our defensive ends, D-tackle, our D-line and whole was pretty much the glaring positive of our team. So, I mean, do we go wide receiver? I mean, we still got some guys there at wide receiver that, maybe we could go a little bit later. But, man, what do we need? We got Richard Sherman. He's not regressing at all. We need interior of the offensive line. We need to get a run game going. So what do we got? We got tackles, guard. We'll go Nate Herbig. I think he had a decent rating. 77 quick. All right, that's not bad at all. And then next round we'll go wide receiver because we do need to prepare for life beyond Pierre Garçon. And I'm going to guess, I have a feeling that Marquise Goodwin is going to regress quicker than what we feel like. So for the wide receiver spot, Stanley Morgan is not bad. He's a scheme fit, which is nice. But, I mean, we could go, when's he going? Ben Powers is going early 3rd rounder. We need interior offensive lineman, man. Our run game was terrible. Bite the bullet, do it here year 1. Might not get any flashy names. There we go. 76 normal. I guess I might have made the dev traits as good as I wanted to. Come on, C4, go back and retroactive. Make all your draft picks better than what they should be. So now we're sitting here. We'll go and we'll grab David Sills, the wide receiver from West Virginia. Big body guy. Compliment. 72. That's not bad. He's a compliment, though, to what we have. I don't know why it says he's a deep threat. He's pretty much a red zone threat. And I'm pretty sure I made his stats reflect as such. But either way, nice little wide receiver to add in. We don't have a 4th round pick. Do we not have any more picks? We don't pick to the end of the 6th round. Okay, well, we have a scheme fit here, but that man coverage is absolute dog shit. So we are going to go. I mean, do we need corners? I don't think we outright need corners, but I do know we need special teamers. We don't have a kicker. We don't have a punter. So we're going to go with Corey Fatoni. Really high combine grade, 71 punter. All right, welcome to the team, taking over for Bradley Pinion. I'm not gonna lie, I think we're just gonna go special teams to end out this draft. We're gonna draft, hopefully we can get Seibert, who's a dual kicker at Oklahoma. He did the kicking and the punting. I think he's 73. That's not bad. It's a reach. I don't know why that's still kind of glitchy, but it is. And that's our draft class. Not an overly attractive draft class, but we had to do the dirty work now, building up the offensive line. We're going to make Ben Powers here. We got a 76 and 77, so that is both pretty all right. We're going to make them left and right guard. They both will start. We got David Sills. Guy had 18 touchdowns last year in real life for West Virginia, and then we just went all in on the special teams. So I guess no one below a 70. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Going into year number 2, need to get a run game going to help out and alleviate some of the pressure of Jimmy Garoppolo's back. His back's probably pretty sore from last season. So we're getting ready to jump into year number 2. Need to do better. What were we? 7-8-1 last season. That was actually, you know what? It might not have been pretty, but I will take that. Getting 2 interior linemen, which was our biggest weakness, and not only we get 2 good starting rookies, we got 2 scheme fits. So that was pretty huge. We actually got Dante Pettis is feeling it. He is feeling it this year, right? On the outside, he's going to start along with Marquise Goodwin. We'll have Pierre Garçon remain in the slot where he was pretty damn good for us last year as well. But we need McKinnon. McKinnon needs to get a lot more better production. I think he finished like 1,300 yards from scrimmage, which is not horrific, but didn't break 1,000 yards. We need that 1,000 yards. We invested in the offensive line. I expect 1,000 yards. Defensively speaking, our D-line is still really good, even though we do have a weakness here in DJ Jones from Ole Miss. But look, he got the 1-point upgrade. Why not? We'll work on his run stopping. Hopefully that's a +1, which it is. But our linebackers are looking decent. Safety tandem's looking all right. Richard Sherman did regress, which kind of stings a little bit. But you know, I feel like we could probably commit. I think we're gonna go back to back to 9 wins. Let's get it. Halfway point, and oh my God, Jimmy Garoppolo sucks. 2-5. We're 2-5. We have an 85 offense, 83 defense, 81 overall. 2-5. I think we should be doing a little bit better than that. We are, I mean, again, looks like there's always just gonna be a front horse winner in the NFC West. I guess the Rams being as good as the Rams are, being 2-5, that you know, doesn't make us seem that we're as terrible. Let's see how many yards just McKinnon have. Love of God, I know it's a work in progress on the offensive line, but I don't know why. This is rebuild 3 that we don't have a rushing attack. 4 yards per carry, 59 yards a game. That's not acceptable. Looking at contract extensions, Buckner, he is coming back. Joe Staley, we do not have an immediate replacement for him, so we'll bring him back on a 1-year deal. Armstead is finally developing. There's no chance in hell we're letting him go. Outside of that, there you go. Our depth guys are leaving. Thank you very much for stopping by. Don't need you no more. Year number 2 is here, and let's see what average Garoppolo has done this season. Oh my God, man, I don't know. I wasn't expecting this. I thought this was going to be a little bit more of a high-paced, frantic start. 5-11, 2 very disappointing seasons back-to-back. I mean, I guess our offensive line is a work in progress, but I'm expecting better results here, fellas. 3,700 passing yards, 24 TDs, 10 picks. Bang on average, and he's a $100 million QB. Okay. No running attack. Okay. No 1,000-yard receiver. That's not bad from Goodwin. 76 catches, 900 yards, 7 TDs. We got 690 and 2 from Pettis, 702 from Kittle, 806 from Pierre Garçon. But still, I mean, when you get average quarterback play, you got to have average receiving numbers. Defensively speaking, another great year from Reuben Foster. 139 tackles, 6 TFLs, and 2 picks. 126 tackles, 4.5 sacks, and a pick from Fred Warner. We got 13.5 sacks from defensive tackle DeForest Buckner, who's up to a 92 overall. Absolutely insane. 6 sacks from Solomon Thomas. We got 2 picks from Foster Sherman and Colbert. Oh, still just a really, really bad season. I'm getting ready to say maybe it's just tough to rebuild here. We already kind of claimed the Baltimore Ravens as a cursed team, but maybe rebuilding is just that much more difficult. Look, Jared Stidham, MVP runner-up. Okay. Great to know where we're at in comparison to that. Offensive Player of the Year went to Zeke. We had no one. Defensive Player of the Year went to Jake Ryan. We had no one. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Damian Harris. We had no one. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Greedy Williams. And we had no one. Of course not. Well, we went offensive line, so I guess that makes sense. I mean, only good news is we have a bunch of money if we need to put it into free agency. But, I mean, where do we got to get better at? I completely want a new running back. I don't think McKinnon's going to work out here. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's McKinnon or is it just the run game in the Sims that bad or my offensive line's not up to where it needs to be. Don't know yet. But I would figure, man, our skill position players aren't bad. Like, what do you expect me to do every rebuild? I'm not going to be able to get 490 overall wide receivers and a 90-some running back to make it work. Sometimes Jimmy Garoppolo is going to have to make a play, and he's not doing that right now. So I would say a tackle, a replacement for Joe Staley. You could probably look at maybe another wide receiver. If a running back pops up, maybe someone else other than McKinnon, or bring him in and throw McKinnon up on the trade block. We can look at a right outside linebacker and a D tackle. That's pretty much all we can do and all we can hope for. Let's jump into the offseason for free agency and the draft. All right, so it's time to spend in free agency, and I'm kind of liking this is rebuild 3. That Jalen Ramsey has become a free agent year 3 every time. Today's not the day to sign him, but it's good to know. But looking at what we're doing, man, 3 impact playmakers right out the gate. Nelson Aguilar would represent a big-time upgrade. We would instantly be our wide receiver 1. We got Sheldon Rankins at D tackle to pair there with DeForest Buckner. That would be insane. And then Shaq Thompson, the versatile outside linebacker. Our current starting linebacker there on our depth chart is a 64. So, yeah, it's a big-time upgrade. And I feel like with our bids here, maybe Rankins could be the only outside. We got 2 scheme fits. I feel comfortable that we should be able to land all 3 of these players. And that would go a long way to finally turning things around for the 49ers in year 3. All right, so here's my draft class, what we did. Some of the players are left unedited because it's a work in progress. We're almost there. And I felt like our 2 big ones we got in the first round. Number 1 in true talent, left tackle Alex Leatherwood, superstar dev, 82 from Bama. He's probably going to be the best offensive. I mean, there's a debate for the 2020 class who's going to be the best tackle, but Alex Leatherwood definitely has a claim to that. And then we went back to Bama. I said, man, if there's a new running back, maybe bring in something different. So we got Najee Harris, the power back from Bama, 77 quick, 6'3", 225. We got that good speed. We got that nice trucking, just well balanced. Then just Randy Heston Gordon, 80 overall, well 79 overall with the he doesn't want to be here at all. Slightly undersized, man. I was kind of skeptical at first. 6'2", 245. We brought him in. And 79 quick, 80 quick. Either way, we got a 75 guard. We kind of whiffed on a pick here because, I haven't perfected the scouting. 72 right tackle. And then look at this, an 81 kicker in the 7th round. Not gonna lie, I knew about this and Alex Leatherwood were the only 2 ratings I really do remember. I couldn't remember what I gave Najee Harris. So we kept it pretty clean. We kept it honest, and we actually found out a stud or 2 within the class in Heston Gordon. So I'm happy with this part. And now with the free agency that we brought in all 3 of our main targets. Nelson Aguilar, got him. We brought in Shaq Thompson, got him. And then who else we brought in? We brought in someone else that I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, Sheldon Rankins. Welcome to the squad. We should better be able to turn it around next season with all this acquisition of great talent. Year 3 is going to be upon us, and for the love of God, average Jimmy Garoppolo, do something. Look, there is no one below a B outside of your fullback on our offense. You have a nice 2-headed tight end attack there. For whatever reason, Mike McGlinchey's a 76 tight end. That's pretty crazy. You got Nelson Aguilar, Marquise Goodwin, and Dante Pettis, all 83 plus. You have an 86 overall running back and now a power back to complement. And on the defense, man, we got an 89 overall defense. Defensive line, that's one of the best in the league. 2 very nice starting corners, 2 very nice starting safeties, and a linebacking core, which features probably the best young linebacker in the game. Sort your life out, and at minimum, we're going again, at minimum, if I do not crack 9 wins, I will come out and say that I don't know if we're going to say that it's the Niners or it's Jimmy Garoppolo, but one of the 2 sucks in Madden 19. All right, we're here at midseason, 3-3, getting ready to take on divisional rival Arizona Cardinals, who are also 3-3, but bottom of the NFC West. And I already know people can say, well, check your scheme. We have 80% scheme fit on the offensive side, 96 on the defense. The offensive playbook is built on zone run. Defensive playbook is 4-3, so it's nothing with that, man. It's Garoppolo. What do we have for Garoppolo's stats right now as we sit at 3-3? He sucks. Jimmy Garoppolo sucks in this game. I'm already gonna say nothing different is gonna happen, man. We're gonna fight through it, but if a good quarterback comes up in the next couple draft classes, I'm pulling the trigger. Garoppolo's ass in Madden 19 sim. Looking at free agency, Reuben Foster's coming back, Sherman's coming back, Tart's coming back, King's coming back, Thomas coming back, Joe Staley can go, Colbert's coming back, Kittle can go. Probably gonna get Weatherspoon, I would assume. And we'll see if Trent Taylor wants to come back on an affordable deal. Year 3, Garoppolo's still 85, McKinnon 86. Like, these guys are the worst. Neither of them have developed. Neither of them had a single good season yet. McGlinchey at left tackle over Staley. He progressed a little bit. Pretty much everyone on the offensive line outside of Richburg developed this season, which was good. Defensively, our defense is outstanding. Look, we have an 87 overall team, 89 overall offense, 91 overall defense with some monsters on the defensive side, and we're last in the division, 8-8. I mean, the NFC West was uber competitive this year, but still to be on the outside looking in is, oh my God, Garoppolo sucks. 3,400 yards, 21 TDs, 8 picks. Do something. I brought in Nelson Aguilar, the best free agent, and you do worse. You do worse, and we don't have a 1,000-yard running back. Like, is this scheme just for, hey, suck? Hey, how about we just vertical runs? That suck, you know? Aguilar, that's, you know, all right. I mean, the touchdowns are low because you have bad quarterback play, but 87 catches, 1,100 yards isn't bad. 500 for Goodwin's bad. Average for Kittle, above average for Pettis, 9 touchdowns, 700 yards. I'll take that. On the defensive side, we got 132 tackles from Foster, 3 sacks, 116, 3 sacks, 3 picks from Fred Warner, 100 tackles, 1 sack, 4 picks from Des King. We got 8 sacks Buckner, 8 from Rankin, 6.5 from Armstead, 5 from Solomon Thomas. So that's acceptable, I would say, for the defensive line. 4 picks from Sherman, his best year as a 49er. 4 from King, as we talked about. 3 from Colbert, 3 from Warner, as we already talked about. I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure this one out. I haven't played enough. Oh, look at Jake Fromm showing up there. I haven't played enough of Madden 19 to really know, like, what is the answer here. David Johnson won the Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, we got Reuben Foster coming in at number 6. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Jake Fromm. Najee Harris coming in at number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year, don't think we had anybody. So, how can I make Jimmy Garoppolo suck less? Well, we have the best scheme fit for him. Like, literally the only way I can think we can make Jimmy Garoppolo better is if there's like an Antonio Brown or like some 90 overall wide receiver or 85 plus tight end that we can go in and grab. That's the only way we're going to be able to make this work. Because I think defensively, our defense is good enough to like go to a Super Bowl. 91 overall defense, you would expect that. So, how to fix the Jimmy Garoppolo problem? Let's try again. Looking through free agency, man, nothing really of value, man. Javid Njoku would be the only upgrade, and I already tried to bid, and I'm not going to pay him so much because we have Gordon, who's 23, and he's an 80. I hope that he will develop, and there's already that massive bid already placed on him by the Vikings. At the running back spot, I mean, we drafted Najee Harris. I don't know if there's enough time for him to be successful. He is the power back. So actually, you know what? We'll go with this. We'll bring in Joe Mixon. How about that? Bring in Joe Mixon to change his scenery there at the running back spot, and we'll see if that does anything. Here's our draft class after we brought in Mixon via free agency in the first round. The only real prospect that we got, 80 overall, quick dev wide receiver. Don't really need one. There just was not much going in the first round here. So we got Tariq Black, quick dev from Michigan. Guy's an absolute beast. If you watch the what was it, All or Nothing on the Michigan Wolverines, Tariq Black was one of the more popular players until he went down with injury. We got a 74 center, a 77 guard, normal dev. Really nice pickup here, 77 tight end with a normal dev as well. And then, just a couple, the draft. This was actually a really, really weak draft class, at least from what I can tell from what we scouted. So the combination of Tariq Black, he might be able to make some plays for us. And Joe Mixon, a new change-up at running back. Let's see if that can make Jimmy Garoppolo suck any less. Year 4 is here, and we haven't even got close to sniffing the playoffs, so, that's probably what he's calling up right now. He's like, hey, Dad, I'm not winning, Dad. I got a tucked-in shirt and everything, but we're not winning. Oh, and my GM is making outrageously good teams, and we just can't win. We're 88 overall base, 87 offense, 95 defense. We added Joe Mixon here at running back to pair with Najee Harris, who actually has a little 1-point upgrade, which we will help him out there, get him 78, get that power back, flex on him, dude. Tariq Black will be our wide receiver 3. We'll have Marquise Goodwin play out of the slot. Gordon is our new starting tight end here because Kittle was terrible, didn't do anything. Offensive line is not developing as quick as I would expect it, but then again, for your offensive line to really develop, you got to win games, and we're not winning games, but still a really, really solid O-line. Like, if that was in real life, that'd probably be, like a fringe top 10, if not top 10 offensive line. Defensively speaking, one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the league. Desmond King has taken over Richard Sherman for our number 1 corner. Defensive line is terrifying. Linebacking core is really nice, and we have one of the better safety tandems in the league. So by all accounts, if this was real life, this would be a team that should, like, anything less than 10 wins would feel like they failed miserably. Right now, I'll take 9. I'll take anything over 500. Let's see if we can do it. Come on, Jimmy Garoppolo, do something. Spend some of that $100 million and maybe learn how to throw a spiral in the offseason, huh? 3-4 at the midseason point, as much as I expected it to be. Still got a 95 overall defense. Let's spend a couple points here and showcase why I'm such a big fan of this. Obviously, you can't, specifically if I want Des King to be better, like more agile, you can't target that like you could in years past. But I still think that this is definitely the right direction, to go in terms of player development. I think that it's good building blocks for the future of Madden. I think that, I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of it. I feel like if you're not a big fan of it, you might find, like, when I'm constantly heaping praise on a franchise mode, I can see why the disconnect would be there. But I'm a fan of it, so I'm enjoying it. So free agency here: Dante Pettis, you need him to come back. Richard Sherman, we don't have replacements. Mike McGlinchey, even though he hasn't developed at all, and he has a star dev, and he hasn't developed. That sucks. Goodwin's replaceable. Fred Warner needs to come back. But other than that, we're gonna, once again, that's not a whole lot of money there in terms of in-house signings, so we should have another opportunity to make a big signing in free agency if one is available, and we don't get a booty class like we did last year. Well, every year we have a rebuild where it's just an absolute turd of a rebuild, and unless things drastically change in year 5, this is a turd of a rebuild. 6-10, last in the NFC West. Let's see here what this high-powered Kyle Shanahan offense did with them, one of the most expensive quarterbacks in the NFL. 3,800 yards, 27 TDs, 9 picks. That is above average at best. Rushing attack still did not break 1,000 yards, still terribly average. Receiving, we got 85 catches, 1,000 yards, 6 picks for Nelson Aguilar, 705 for Pettis, 602 for Heston and Gordon, and not much outside of that. Defense played well, 152 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, and a pick from Reuben Foster. 120, 7.5 sacks, and a pick from Fred Warner. That makes sense. I had 3 dev skill points for him to upgrade, so that was a big season. That made sense. And 100 tackles for Richard Sherman, 9.5 sacks Buckner, 8.5 Thomas, 7.5 Warner, 7.5 Armstead, and we got 3 picks from Des King. I'm not even who gives a shit about the awards, man. This is here's what we're gonna do, man. This is the only thing we're gonna be able to do. We're gonna change the scheme up for next year. Can't just stay here. It's not working. So this, what do we got here? West Coast zone run, no. Run and shoot, no. Well, we were vertical zone run because I thought it was going to be best, and it's still the best scheme. It's not working, so we'll go back to multiple zone run, which was the actual, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go vertical zone run, and we're going to, because we can't fire Kyle Shanahan because we are Kyle Shanahan, we're going to go to the real best playbook, and we're going to go to Doug Peterson because the Eagles won the Super Bowl, if you guys don't remember. See if that can do it. I know, plus not even being biased. Most people right now are saying that the Eagles have one of the best playbooks in the game. See if that does anything, because this is borderline depressing. Don't have that much cap. As you can see, we're right up against it. We've already signed Calvin Ridley, and I'm kind of against using multiple players, like the same players, especially because this is only rebuild 3. So basically, I either said we could get 94 overall Jair Alexander, or we could look at upgrading and bringing in Lane Johnson, because Mike McGlinchey has not developed at all, really. I could just get cheeky and bring in Lamar Jackson. So I figured Jair Alexander would be money well spent. We got to go all defense. Our defense is going to have to carry us. There's nothing that's drastically going to make this offense good. We just need a really good defense to be even better, and Alexander gives us the best opportunity to do that. Here's a look at our draft recap, trying to help out as much as we can. We got the #1 overall player, Sean Belisari, right tackle, 82 overall, superstar, because McGlinchey sucks. He's not doing anything. We'll find a way to get him involved. We got a 78 star dev center to protect. I'm not going to lie, after I picked this linebacker because I'm frustrated, I just straight up I made my draft board, I simmed it out, and we ended up getting this QB here, 74 overall. I guess we got some competition. We got everyone except 2 players in our draft class. 5 of 7. We're on the offensive side of the ball. Do something. For the love of God, do something. All right, year 5 is here. Super Bowl or bust time. I'm setting the season goal of we have to win the Super Bowl or else it's not going to work. Our team right now is a base of an 88. We have an 89 overall offense and a 95 overall defense. No real additions. Garoppolo's an 85. It is what it is. Belisari, our first-round pick, will be starting at right tackle. No real big upgrades, I would say, outside of maybe Pettis being our wide receiver 1. Defense remains just simply spectacular. Jair Alexander, Des King, Richard Sherman in the secondary. We got Reuben Foster's a 96. I thought he would be a 99 at this point, but that's just asking for too much. I just want a playoff win. So what we're gonna do is because we switched the playbook to the Philadelphia Eagles playbook to see, just because hypothetically speaking. Oh my God, look at that! Why do we have a 60% scheme fit? What happened? What changed? What's the best scheme fit that we have? Oh my God, we have no scheme fits whatsoever. How did that happen? Over a 1-year period, we went from an 88 to whatever, and we lost like 2 players. All right, we're gonna go West Coast zone run, and we're gonna use Doug Pierce's playbook, I guess. Like, how did that happen? Who did we lose? That changed their scheme. I mean, Pettis and Egg, I don't know, man. Whatever we were doing, we were running on 88% scheme fit on offense for the first 4 years, and we were horrible. So we gotta change it up. And actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm playing this first game here against the Detroit Lions. Get you guys some gameplay because it doesn't look like we're gonna be playing in the playoffs. I want to see just how bad or what's going wrong with the 49ers offense. Oh my God, hits Nelson Aguilar, easy touchdown. Get the go-ahead lead. What's Aguilar's signature touchdown? Oh, I don't think he's ever done that in his life as an Eagle fan. I'm saying that. You know what we're doing with Joe Mixon. You know what we're gonna do with Joe Mixon. Oh, it's Najee Harris back here. You know what we're doing with Najee Harris. C4 special time works 100% of the time, at least 50% of the time. Go ahead, TD. Oh, let's go, Nelly! Nelly Eggs on the just blown coverage. The DB got too aggressive, as this 49er offense is surprisingly rolling right now. And there you go, 40 bomb. Their coach is upset. It looks like Mike Zimmer. Mike Zimmer is their coach. But this non-existent offense through 4 years just put up 400 points. Garoppolo 4 touchdowns on the day. Move the ball, running it. Ooh, I don't know, man. And I'm not even that good at the game. You guys have seen me play enough gameplay so far in the week that I've had Madden. I'm not like, I shouldn't be flexing on dudes. But 4 touchdowns, no picks. Our defense actually kind of fell flat in their face, which is annoying. But everyone had a good game. Dante Pettis, 142 yards, 2 TDs. Let's see if this continues. Maybe this is the year, because we're just too stubborn to admit that the Eagles are the superior way right now in Madden 19. Not going to act like I'm not very much annoyed by the fact that by simply just tweaking the playbook, we're 6-0 at the halfway point here of year 2022, year 5 of the rebuild in a Super Bowl or bust scenario. But it is what it is, and we have like 20% less of a scheme fit than we've had in years past. So that's pretty cool. But tops in the NFC West, still pretty competitive there. The Rams and the Seahawks, they've had good seasons thus far. Jimmy Garoppolo, 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns to 1 pick. So it was just Kyle Shanahan's play calling in Madden that was kind of hindering him a little bit. We actually might have a 1,000-yard rusher for the first time. That's interesting. As far as receiving is concerned, Dante Pettis, 29 catches. Like, he's looking good. All these guys are looking good. So, contract time. I actually paid attention to contracts a little bit because, we're doing the career modes that always follow up a realistic rebuild. And again, pretty obvious that we will be trying to see if we can do something with Jimmy Garoppolo long term. But pretty good at the midway point, 6-0. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can go. Of course, this would be the year 5, making me wait this long that we go undefeated or something ridiculous like that. But look at our team, man. 89 overall, 91 offense, 95 defense. This is maybe the best roster in the game so far. Well. Cue up the sound bite from Dexter. Okay, we got a bye. And everyone on our team played well. Look at that. Surprise, surprise. A 91 overall base team with a 93 rated offense and 97 rated defense. The best team we've rebuilt so far. Played good. It only took them 5 years. Look at that, 14-2. I've only seen one other 14-2, and that was when we're doing past the realistic rebuild with the Browns, when we were just doing the Baker Mayfield career mode. So this team, not as successful as the Browns. The Browns, we had what, three Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl win. But in terms of just overall, in the freaks that we have, this team is scary. Dante Pettis is a 91 overall, Mixon 89. I'm trying to just show more so players that are worth playing with. Garoppolo, for the most part, was not good at all. He was ass. He was absolute dead-on average for a $100 million quarterback. But All I did literally was run West Coast and give them the Eagles playbook, and the sim ran off with it. So still would not recommend getting Jimmy Garoppolo, but Dante Pettis is definitely an interesting player. Aguilar's not bad. On the defensive side, we got good production. Colbert up to an 86. Frank Warner, 86. Reuben Foster, 98. Des King's a 90. Buckner, 98. Solomon Thomas. I was surprised with Solomon Thomas. We got him up to an 88. Jair Alexander, a 96. Good God, man. Looking at the stats on the season, Jimmy G, 4,200 passing yards, 35 touchdowns to 5 picks. So that is easily, without a doubt, the best season he's had for us. Look at that. 33, 24. Nothing over 30 before. Nothing over 4,000 or 30. So he had his best season across the board. Finally, of course, last year. Joe Mixon, we finally had a running attack. Look at that. Eagles playbook, baby. 1,200 rushing yards, 8 TDs. Najee Harris, power back, 400 yards, 12 touchdowns. Gee, night and day. Who would have thought Kyle Shanahan's playbook would have been that bad? 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns from Dante Pettis, 805 from Aguilar, 1,108 from Tariq Black. Defensively, we got 138 tackles the second half from Reuben Foster, 18.5 sacks from the D tackle spot from DeForest Buckner, as well as 13 tackles for loss. We had 11.5 sacks from Fred Warner. Whew, these guys are studs. 5 picks, Jair Alexander, 4 for Des King, a couple doubles and a single. This is what I've been expecting for at least 2 years. Last year should have been at least this successful, but I guess we didn't move to the Philadelphia Eagles playbook. MVP went to Le'Veon Bell. Jimmy Garoppolo, the runner-up. That's a little unfortunate, but ooh, that was the quarterback too. That Bears quarterback was the quarterback I was thinking about drafting this year to replace for Jimmy Garoppolo. Glad we didn't. Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC went to Jimmy G. Beautiful. Defensive Player of the Year went to Roquan Smith, with Reuben Foster being the runner-up. DeForest Buckner at 5. Jair Alexander at 6. Shaq Thompson was at 8 there. Oof. I don't know if we really even bother looking at offense. I didn't modify any of these dudes. So, outstanding season here from the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see who we're playing in the divisional round. We got to make a Super Bowl out of it. Last year, the Madden 18 rebuilds, we were 30% win rate of winning a Super Bowl versus Madden 17. We're probably 55-60% win rate. So I want to, right now we're at 500. We lost with the Ravens. We won with the Browns. I want to be positive. I want to at least get a couple wins. I want to be like 4-1 for wins and losses and winning a Super Bowl and rebuild, and then we could start losing. So we're 14-2. We're taking on the 10-6 Bucks. It's year 5, which means I'm controlling them, baby. Oh yes, Nelly Aguilar, oh man, I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to get comfortable with the run game. Definitely the biggest change that many of you guys will notice when you pick up this game for the first time is the run game. You basically cannot hit it speed burst. Yes, you have to play like a running back. I feel like I'm back in high school, lining up in the backfield with how patient you need to be by picking your spots. But I will say, power backs are probably going to be better than speed backs this year, because I cannot, for the life of me, get jukes to work. Versus if you just have a power back, like when I use Najee Harris and just trucking dudes over. But either way, it's all good. Niners up, 7-zip. The Bucks, we should be crushing the Bucks. Oh, there we go. Wide open. Tariq Black. It's pretty good when your third string wide receiver is a 88, 6'4" height, weight, speed animal. This is going to be a slaughter. Oh, no. Come on. Dude, come on, C4. I got to do better than that. Big dub. Nerd Belichick has moved on to the Bucks. Doesn't matter. 24-14 victory. We're going to the NFC Championship after 4 years of being the most depressing team in probably the entire league. We're a game away from the Super Bowl. Jimmy G, 245, 2 TDs. Aguilar, 4 catches, 125 yards. These guys balled out. Deserved the win.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the.
Bro! How many fucking drops do we have? I mean, give me to the next play. How many? I think we have a shocking amount of drops right now. Player stats. Let's go to receiving. Let's see. Drop passes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drop passes. Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go, Tariq Black. Come on. Why? Oh, my God. Why are these guys so slow? You have like 93 speed and you're 6'4". Run away. Default sliders are so bad. We have 8 drops. It's 10-10. We're on the 12-yard line. Let's finish this. Let's make this kick. Oh, there we go. 30 seconds left. Come on, D. Let's go, D. Oh, no, I can't even take credit for that pick. Shaq Thompson seals the game. Hard-fought battle. Mistake-prone offense, man. 8 drops. That's good enough. The Niners are going to the Super Bowl. 13-10. 8 drops. 164 yards. No TDs. It's ugly, but it counts. Super Bowl, baby. What's that, 6? Trying to get number 6 for the Niners? Okay. Tariq Black, let's go, baby. Always fighting. Don't you notice how, like, that should be something that's in Madden? I always feel like every Super Bowl, there's, like, one guy that's, like, middle of the depth chart that always has a big Super Bowl. And I think Tariq Black's going to be this guy. I'm going to throw it to him here. It's probably going to be a pick. Wait for it. Boom. There we go. Tariq Black. Open and drive touchdown. Texans have been a team the last couple years. Giving me big problems. So far, so good, though. We're using the retro Niner uniforms to inspire that 6th Super Bowl. Oh, you want to be cute giving me a 99-yard drive? Oh, not only am I going to get a touchdown on it, I'm going to eat up half the quarter. Too easy. 5 more yards to go. This is pretty much over. Any score right now will end this. So let's go Joe Mixon. I don't care if he doesn't get it. Let's chew a little clock. 90 yards rushing on the day. That is a personal best for me so far, which, you know, may actually speak to the difficulty of running. But, I mean, I guess if they make 100-yard games feel hard to get, when you do it, you get your sense of pride and accomplishment. As Joe Mixon gets the edge, Walt is in 24-3, and barring some sort of miracle, it looks like we're getting a Super Bowl dub. Oh, yeah, we can just sim this one out now. Oh, man, 27-3. The 90, I think we're up to a 97 overall defense. Gets it done. One of the best defenses we've had in rebuild history, led by Reuben Foster, led by DeForest Buckner. We had great play. We had Jair Alexander coming over as a big money free agent. Solomon Thomas got some work in. Eric Armstead got some work in. Fred Warner got some work in. Adrian Colbert. Who else? Sheldon Rankins. Who else? Richard Sherman. Who else? Everyone did their job. And finally, given the Philadelphia Eagles playbook to Kyle Shanahan, to Jimmy G, that's all it took to utilize all the weapons we had. Tariq Black, Nelson Aguilar, Dante Pettis, Joe Mixon. It's about time. It's about time that we got a Super Bowl with the Niners. And hey, we're 2-1 so far. We're 3 rebuilds in. We're 2-1. I know you guys are going to like the rebuild on Saturday. It's not going to be a hard one, but it's going to be a fun one. Probably going to make it 3-1. But thank you guys for watching this rebuild, as it looks like Dante Pettis is getting player of the game. I don't know if they fixed this from Madden 18 where it was really buggy. I don't know if they're actually going to show who the player of the game is. Don't know. They just show all the Niner fans going buck wild. But thank you guys for watching another episode of the Realistic Rebuilds. I know what rebuild I'm doing next, so what I need from you guys is to leave a comment in the comment section below. What player do you want to see a career mode come off of this series? I assume it's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo, but we could do, Reuben Foster. We could do, it's probably between those two, Reuben Foster and Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think because Garoppolo is so inconsistent, maybe giving him some justice and see how he can finish his career would be the best way. So let me know in the comment section below. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We are trying, and we are right now growing very, very nicely for Madden 19. We want to keep that going, so keep on subscribing if it's your first time stopping by and you enjoyed the content. Smash the like button if you enjoyed, and until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.
The king of the game like King James. Laying claim to the skinny and the thick dames. About to blow like a motherfucking H-bomb. Keep calm or I stop you with my great pop. I'm better than I ever been. Shut your mouth, homie, take your damn medicine. Cause my flow is like an